Alright guys, here we go. Hasn't seemed like this off camera, or on camera, but off camera we just had a big break for the World Cup. We haven't had an actual match in about a month and a half. It's December 27th, 2022 now, and we're away at Roma. We had a great time over the break. We played against a whole bunch of big teams and beat a lot of them, including defeating PSG 11-2. Which was a little bit strange. I'm not quite sure what happened with that one. I'm assuming that everybody was on PSG was out of the World Cup, but I don't know exactly what happened. I've never seen that happen before. Anyway, Augsburg here in white, and we'll see what we can do against Roma. I'm not expecting too much. Demirovic is starting up front. He's had a great time in the friendlies over the break, but I'm not sure if that's going to hold over or not. And that header's high, so we safely have made it through the first Roma attack. Let's see if we can make it through another one. Rukavina won that one, and it's going to be offside called on Angelillo. And let's see what we can do. Nia here with the throw, about 5 minutes into this one. It was a long throw, but no one was there. And Shahid just misses, man. They hit the top of the top bar and then kind of rattled around a little bit. And here comes Abraham. And that is a corner that's forced by a good defensive performance. Once again, that's the reason why you want fast defenders, so they can run back and do that. And there was a handball called. Angelio, again, with that call. Rukavina lumps that over, looking for Lehner, but he didn't quite have the heading ability to win that. And we are a little bit behind here. We have to get this sorted out. Well, it's going to be a goal kick, so it ends up working out in our favor in the end. But we haven't had much of an attack yet in this game. It's a lot different when it actually counts. You can beat these teams in the friendlies, but we can't do much against them when it counts. We only lost one match during all the friendlies that we played, and we had about 2 per week for the entire time. We beat Liverpool 4-0. We beat it was Manchester City like 5-2, something like that. Shahid wins this. But none of that counts, of course. Lehner lumps that shot up, and unfortunately, it's not quite good enough to get past the keeper. Still running after it, still playing a little bit of catch-up. And this isn't looking good for us. And there it is. Antonio Angelio, after handballing and after being called for that offside, ends up figuring out what to do and scores the first goal for Roma. So we are down 1-0 here already, about 15 minutes into this match, and this is kind of what we were expecting. The question is whether we can regain our composure and make something else happen. But he just walked around the defense like there was no one there.
Torschütze heute Nachmittag für das Team der Torschützen.
Trulson now with it in the back. Lumps that up and couldn't find his man. I think it was Broya he was looking for. That was not a particularly good pass. Demirovic wins this. Lehner loses it, wins it again. Broya back to Lehner, and he knocks that out for a throw. Demirovic may be injured. We'll see. Now it looks like he's good enough to keep going. Maybe just a cramp. There's a throw from Nia. Lehner. Forward for Broya. That was a penalty. It's a ridiculous call. That can't be a foul. That's a foul. It's one of the weakest I've seen. Now they give it. A ridiculous call. It's going to be Lehner taking this, I'm pretty sure. Yep. And he scores. Keeper went the right way, but Lehner scored anyway. So 1-1 now, and we've drawn level. We've drawn level here at Roma, and I tell you, even a draw here would be a major surprise and a shock victory for us, basically. Put that into the back of the net with authority. And here we go again, and we're just a step behind that. Sensei, however, is able to win it, and then loses it straight away. And now we have a problem. Manga heads it, and then he wins it back over to Klein. Much better. Rukavina couldn't quite get to that, but that was the end of the highlights, so there you go. Demirovic, we're probably going to have to take him off here at halftime. Trulson wins this over to Chahid Rukavina. Well, we play at a high pace, and so there's not going to be a whole lot of chances for Demirovic to kind of limp his way forward. Lanner, very, very good job defensively, staying with that one. Nia now to Sensi, Chahid. Nia, by the way, got faster over the break as he was training. Mercutio lumps this forward, looking for Broya. Broya heads up forward to Demirovic, and it's Lanner. Demirovic was, I think it may be the injury that was hurting him, just couldn't get to that one. And so much for that. I mean, Demirovic had 5 goals in that match against PSG, that friendly. So you know he's capable of scoring them, but just not quite able to get there in time. And that's out for another corner. So let's see if we can defend this corner. Still 1-1 here, about 35 minutes in. And Ibanez tried to get that headed back over, but missed everything. And there's going to be a corner again, so we get to have this fun experience one more time. And Klein is able to jump up and grab that, so it all works out in the end. The one forward about as far as he can kick it. Broya just couldn't get there in time. Demirovic, however, is able to, and Rukavina now with it. Nia just a step too slow. And Abraham should have scored. Man, oh man, he should have scored. He's wide open. I mean, look at how wide open this is. It's a little 1-2, and he slows himself down just a little bit here, gets himself into a good position, and then hits it completely wrong. Well, we can see another corner, so we get to have this fun once again. And Sensi goes over, wins it, and then loses it right away. Maybe Marcusio comes up with this in the back. Lumps this forward, and that didn't do very much at all. However, Demirovic is able to win it. Borja de Sensi, Rukavina comes down with it and blasts a shot. It's over everyone's head, but that was very, very well thought out. Marcusio now with the throw. Lehner back to Marcusio. Demirovic sets up Rukavina, and it's another wild shot. Marcusio throws again Rukavina. Chahid, Demirovic, and that was just over the bar. So 1-1 here at halftime. We came very, very close to pushing forward and getting another goal, but it just didn't happen. So let's see what we can do. Demirovic is going to come off as predicted, and we're going to put on, probably going to put on Mbuku, see what he can do. Furaha, by the way, is pretty upset and not in a great mood. You know, the reason why is because he didn't pass his language course, which is the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard of, but that's Football Manager for you. I'm going to take Marcusio out and put Mudson Day back on as well, so we'll see what happens there. I've had a couple of players get upset because they didn't pass their language courses and tell me that they want to leave the club as a result. It's one of the most ridiculous things I've seen in the game. Well, I mean, like anybody cares, right? So, whatever. Whatever. I know you're like a star player, you're playing well, you're making good money, but you didn't pass your language course, so now you want to quit. Absolutely ridiculous. Mudson Day is able to get to that, over to Klein. Forward for Mbuku, and Broya runs over there. I'm not sure what happened there. Miscommunication. Mbuku, though, able to win that over to Broya, and Broya didn't have very good touch. Sensi Forward for Mbuku, who's just a step too slow, so that'll be out for a throw, and so much for that. Moodsonday wins it. Back to Shahid. Sensi takes a shot, and that did trouble the keeper. Not a bad idea. Bukovina with a very well-placed tackle. But it's not quite good enough. Truelson wins in the back. Sensi then able to intercept, and I'm not sure what happened there. Nia sort of gave up on that. Gosh, Antonio Angelillo was able to knock that in, deflected, I think, off of Klein. Yep. Klein not quite good enough to stop that shot, so he's got 2. 2-1 Roma. And here's what we expected. Broya knocks that one back. You can see he's not particularly pleased with giving up that goal. Here's Truelson to Nia. Leonard to Broya. Forward for Rukovina, and that's out for a throw. So much for that. Sensi wins that over to Leonard. Rukovina, but there was a poor pass. Trying to thread that through, I think, 3 different players that didn't have a good chance of succeeding. Manga with this ends up with Shahid, who loses it right away. And that should have been a goal from Abraham. I don't know how Klein got to that one. But we're behind 2-1. It's a familiar position for us to be in, and we would just it would be nice if we didn't have a loss to open back up the season. You know, we would kind of like to win once in a while. And Pellegrini was offside. Not quite sure what that was. Nia is having some problems. Wilson just gave that up like there was nothing to it, but Abraham was offside again. Here's Rukovina. And he gives up possession once again very, very quickly. All right, we're going to need to make a change here. I keep calling him Cotter. Manga is having one of the worst games I've ever seen him have. Kandiak Manga, I should say. And who are we going to put in for him? Probably going to be Blondo, who's actually fit and ready. So we'll put him in. And the reason why, they're blaming Manga for that goal in the 58th minute. I'm not so sure how much blame he really deserves for that. They seemed a little bit harsh to me. Yeah, Pellegrini was offside. And it was just a little bit away from betting that one in. And Broya intercepts, but can't find Mbuku. I don't know if that's because of Broya or if that's because of Mbuku. It's been hard to tell. I'll tell you though, Mbuku has had a hard time getting match fit. That's one thing that we've noticed throughout this save, and Abraham should have scored that. My goodness. I mean, he's had a couple of sitters today, but I mean, this one was just a gift. I mean, look at this. He's onside. And Trulson runs it down. Back to Klein. Forward. It's not going to find anybody. And that'll be another corner, so they continue to pile on that pressure. Sensi, though, wins it. Back to Nieb. Trulson lumps it forward, and that didn't do much. I don't know how lucky we can get. I mean, empty net, and he still misses it. Well, it's been another poor match for us. Now, January 1st, this will be after the next game, after tomorrow's match. We're going to have our transfer window open again, and you'll see a lot of new players come in, including a lot of new defenders. So this should change. We've made it to the next transfer window, which was the first goal. That was the first bit of action that we needed. It says here we haven't had much of the momentum. I would actually beg to disagree. We've had a number of good attacking chances. I think they've had the possession. But I don't think that our momentum has necessarily been that bad in this match. It's definitely not been the blowout that you would think it was when you looked at that. Still 2-1. We could still win this thing, or at least draw. And Trulson made the mistake. Trulson's not going to be on this club for long, I'll tell you that. Same thing with Manga. I mean, there's a little bit of speed there, but that was really bad. I mean, you can see him right there. He's not fast enough, and then he just gives up. And we could use a little bit less of that. So we'll go take him out. He'll be the next victim of my wrath. Yeah, he's motivated, but that's not going to be good enough. But as I said, never fear, we do have better players coming, which also means, by the way, that we can make some of these guys really upset and then just dump them, get rid of them. I'm about to wonder, by the way, if Furaha's upset feelings for not being able to learn German aren't part of the reasons why the squad is playing so poorly. I mean, morale is such a big thing in this game. It happens from time to time. Blondel now with this. And I'm not sure what that was supposed to be, but it turned out to be nothing. Well, that turned out to be a lot of nothing. All right, about 10 minutes left in this match. I mean, we've done okay. We've gotten XG. Just a little bit of bad luck is all there's been, I think. Mbuku here. Way out to Lantern, and that wasn't much of a shot. As I've said before, I mean, Lantern hasn't really demonstrated that he has the ability to actually score goals. That's been the real frustrating thing with him. I think we will put Campbell on, who has done a lot better offensively. And what was that? And Mbuku's got a goal finally, 5th this season. It's been a long time in coming. That puts us within 1, so 3-2 is a little bit more respectable. But that's probably too little too late. I mean, yeah, he can score if he's wide open all alone.
Torschütze heute Nachmittag für das Team der Torschützen.
Maybe one more chance, but he's just not fast enough. And that should be just about it. Yep, there it is. So we do fairly well here in the end. 3-2 is not awful, but not quite good enough. However, we came close, and I think that's kind of what counts. I'm going to go yell at a couple players, and we'll see you again tomorrow. Bye.